Hello, my dear students. A very warm welcome to all of you in Sri Jayendra Rank Zone. I am your friend and mentor for the subject Principles and Practices of Accounting. In this lecture, we'll continue with Chapter 2, that is Accounting Process, and we'll start with Unit 6, that is Rectification of Errors. All the concepts will be covered in the coming series of lectures. So let us continue. This is lecture number 10, and we'll see rectification of errors. So let us understand that it is very natural that while recording transactions in the books of accounts, certain errors may arise. The question over here, why the error arises? Reasons to arise error. Dear students, the reasons could be carelessness of the accountant, it may happen that the accountant may not have adequate knowledge. So you can write lack of adequate knowledge. Lack of adequate knowledge. Okay? Many times it happens that it is not possible to ascertain the correct profit and loss for the error exists in the accounts, and this is the reason it becomes necessary to rectify the errors. Let's discuss that how these error arises, what are the types of errors, and how these errors are going to be rectified, whether these errors will affect the trial balance or these errors do not affect the trial balance. Let's begin. Let us see the text first of all. So unintentional omission, that is by mistake, omission by mistake, or commission of amounts and accounts is the process of recording of transactions are commonly known as errors in the books of accounts. My dear students, we should understand that if the error is there in the books of accounts, how we are going to rectify that? So are we going to cancel the journal entries and record it, the new journal entries? The answer is no. The answer is no. We cannot cancel the journal entries. So how it could be rectified? The answer is we need to pass the rectification entry for rectifying the errors. We need to pass rectification entry to rectify the errors. To rectify the errors in the books of accounts. I believe it is crystal clear. Let's continue. So also errors may occur as a result of arithmetical or mathematical mistakes, mistakes in applying accounting principles, accounting policies, misinterpretation of facts, or oversight. To check the arithmetical accuracy of the journal and ledger, trial balance is prepared. If the trial balance does not tally, that means there is some error is there and the error needs to be rectified. So it can be said that there are errors where in the books of accounts what needs to be done? Rectification is required. I believe it is clear. Let's continue. Let's see the illustrative case of errors and its nature. We have seen that after preparing ledger accounts, a trial balance is taken out where debit and credit balances are separately listed and totaled. Separately listed and total. If the two totals do not agree, it is definite that there is some errors. If total is not agreeing, this means what? There is some errors. We shall now study the types of error which may be committed and how these errors may be rectified. Totals are not matching. This is the reason. Let's continue. For this purpose, the working of the following illustrative cases will help you. Let's see the first case. It talks about wrong entry. This case talks about wrong entry. Let us start from the start phase in the accounting process. Wrong entry of the value of transaction and events in the subsidiary book, journal proper, or cash book may occur. So wrong entry can happen anywhere. Let's see example number 1. Credit purchases 17,270 is entered in the purchase day book as 17,720. My dear students, you can see we have recorded 270 as 720. So this is an crystal clear, this is an error. Credit sale of 15,000 gross less 1% trade discount. That means what? 15,000 less 1% of 15,000. 1% of 15,000 is, quickly check in your calculators. 15,000 multiplied by 1% minus 150. So this would be 14,850. Is wrongly entered in the sales book as 15,000. I believe it is clear. Check issued 19,920 are wrongly recorded in the credit of bank column in the cash book as 19,290. So 19,920 is recorded as 19,290. So this is also an error. We have issued the check but wrongly entered in the credit of bank column. Credit of bank column in the cash book. Let's continue. Number 2, wrong casting of subsidiary books. Subsidiary books are totaled periodically and posted to the appropriate ledger accounts. There may arise totaling errors. Totaling errors may arise due to what? You have passed a wrong entry. The entry is wrong, so obviously the total is going to be wrong, or simply these may be an independent errors. Let's see a case right now. For the month of January 2016, total of credit sale are 1,17,700. This is wrongly totaled as 1,76,700. So you can see 75, we have recorded 76 over here and posted to the sales account as 176,700. In this case, you should understand that sales account is overcasted. Sales account is overcasted by rupee 1,000. Sales account is overcasted by rupee 1,000. We'll rectify this error. Let's see the third example. The following cash transactions of Messrs. Tularam and Company occurred. 2017, January. Balance, cash 1,200, bank 16,000. Okay, no issues. So as you can see it over here, January 2, check issued to Messrs. Bholaram and Company, a supplier for 22,500. Okay. January 6, check collected from Messrs. Scindia and Brothers, 42,240 and deposited for clearance. Okay. Cash sales, that means cash received, 27,200. Absolutely fine. Paid wages, that means this is going to be credit, 12,400. My dear students, as you can see it over here, paid wages is 12,400, but we have recorded 12,200. Scindia and Brothers is 42,240. We have recorded 420. So these are the errors we should rectify. Cash sales 37,730. 37,730 cash sales. That means cash is coming in. 37,730, but we have written 370. Cash deposited to bank 35,000, but we have recorded what? We have recorded 34,500. Again there is a mistake of 500. Deposited to bank. So deposited to bank, cash column outflow, bank column inflow, 34,500. I think it's a mistake. It's a contra entry, obviously. Cash and bank is there. It's a contra entry. The following cash book entries are passed. I already explained you the errors. So these error needs to be rectified. Before finalization of books of accounts. Before finalizing the books of accounts. Okay. Let's see the D1. Wrong posting from subsidiary book. In this case, the wrong amount may be posted to the ledger account, or the amount may posted be on the wrong side or the wrong account. For example, purchase from A may be posted to B's account. The entry is purchase to A, correct entry, but wrongly we had recorded it as purchase to B. I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead. Wrong casting of ledger balances. Likewise, cash book, any ledger account may be cast wrongly. Obviously, wrong posting make the wrong balance, wrong amount. But this is not wrong casting of balance. Whenever there arises an independent casting error, as the case of bank column in the cash book, in example 4 above, it is called wrong casting of ledger balances. I believe it is clear till here. Let's continue with example 4 now. The following are the credit purchases of Messrs. Balau Brothers. The year is 2017. January 1, purchases from Messrs. Saurabh and Company, gross 1 lakh, less trade discount 1%. So 1 lakh minus 1%, 1,000, it would be 99,000. Purchases from Messrs. Netai and Company, gross 70,000, less 1% trade discount, 70,000 minus 700, 69,300. Purchases from Saurabh and Company, 60,000 minus 1%. So 60,000 minus 600, 59,400. Let us cast Messrs. Saurabh and Company. Students, what they had done, they had written that purchases of 99,000 is there, that is cash outflow. Okay. Then what they have written, this 59,400 is also there. While casting the credit side, an error has been committed and so the account is wrongly balanced. While casting on the credit side, an error is committed and that is why the account is wrongly balanced. As you can see, we have not mentioned this, Purchases from Netai and Company 69,300. We missed this entry. We missed this transaction. Purchases. So we should record over here by purchases. Over here, as you can see, Messrs. Ballav and Brothers. Purchases from Saurabh and Company is 1 lakh. Purchases from Netai and Company is this. And purchases of Saurabh and Company is 60,000. Let us cast to Messrs. Saurabh and Company's account. Okay. So students, you should understand one thing over here, that Netai will not come over here. Why? Because we are not preparing. This is not Netai's account. So it's fine. It's fine. What we need to do exactly is, let me erase it for you. Students, just see it over here. If we total these two figures, the total is 1,58,400. This total is wrong. So this total is wrong, and we had carry forwarded this total over here. This is also wrong, and this closing balance is also wrong. It is wrongly balanced. I believe it is clear. For Netai and Company, you can also make it. Netai and Company 69,300 will come over here on the credit side, and accordingly it would be balanced. Clear? Let us continue. Example 5. Goods are purchased on credit from Saurabh and Company for 27,030 and from Messrs. Karnataka Suppliers for 28,050. The following day book is prepared. Purchase day book. Messrs. Saurabh and Company 27,050. Over here it is 30. Mistake. Karnataka Supplier 50. It is 30. Mistake. In the day book, both the transactions are entered wrongly, but first error has been compensated by the second error. This is known as compensating error. My dear students, if there are two errors in the books of accounts, the first error is compensating the second error. That kind of error is known as compensating errors. That kind of errors is known as compensating errors. I believe you understood till here. Let's see the trial balance now. So it is 50, it is 30. As you can see over here, $27,050, $27,030. So this is the way they had mistaken it, and they took this amount to the purchase account. This amount is correct, but there is an internal error known as compensating error. Compensating error. Is it clear? I believe it is clear. Let's see the error of principles. Dear students, supposingly you had purchased a machinery, and for installation of the machinery you paid rupees 10,000. The entry would be machine account debited to bank installation charges, because this installation charges is of machine, but in reality you debited installation charges to bank. This is the wrong entry you made. You recorded installation charges as installation charges, but in reality, because this installation charges is for the installation of machine, this installation charges will be added as a cost of machine. Then entry would be machine account debited to bank, and that is why this is error of principle. Over here, violation of policies and procedures is there. Violation of principle is there. The next is error of omission, error of complete omission, error of partial omission. That means what? That completely you forgot to pass journal entry or completely you forgot to record a transaction. That is error of complete omission. Error of partial omission, on one side you recorded, another side you forgot to record. This is error of partial omission. The next is error of commission. The next is error of commission. How error of commission could be recorded? So, few errors I'll share with you. Recording wrong amount in subsidiary books. Either the amount could be wrong or the totaling would be wrong, wrong totaling. Posting incorrect amount in ledger account, and so on. These kind of errors are known as error of commission. So at the stage of posting the entries in ledger, we have error of omission, we have partial omission, complete omission, we have error of commission, posting wrong account, wrong amount, and wrong side. You have to understand it well. Posting wrong amount, wrong account, and wrong side. Let's continue. Wrong totaling of accounts, wrong balancing of accounts. At the stage of balancing of ledger accounts, these error could happen. Next, at the stage of preparing the trial balance, error of omission, error of commission. What kind of errors could happen? Taking wrong account, taking wrong amount, and on the wrong side. On the above basis, we can classify the errors into 4 categories. Compensating error, I believe it is crystal clear to you. Error of commission, wrong account, wrong amount, and wrong side. Error of omission, that is partial omission, complete omission, and error of principle, treating capital expenditure as revenue expenditure and treating revenue expenditure as capital expenditure, treating revenue income as capital income and vice versa. The principle that we follow is wrong over here. Types of errors. Basically, errors are of 2 types. First is error of principle. Now, let us see this error of principle in detail. When the transaction is recorded in contravention, by violating accounting principles like treating the purchase of an asset as an expense, capital expenditure as revenue expenditure. It is an error of principle. In this case, there is no effect on the trial balance. Why? Because trial balance just checks the arithmetical accuracy. This is a qualitative inaccuracy since the amount is placed on the correct side through The wrong account. The account is wrong. We should write purchase account in case of inventory, or we should write machinery account in case of asset. We should not put it as an expense account. Suppose on the purchase of a computer, the office expenses account is debited, the trial balance will still agree. Next is clerical error. These errors arise because of the mistake committed in the ordinary course of accounting work. This is of three types. Error of omission. If a transaction is completely or partially omitted from the books of accounts, it will be a case of omission. Example would be not recording a credit purchase of furniture or not posting an entry into the ledger. My dear students, I believe you must have understood that not recording a credit purchase of furniture is error of complete omission. Error of complete omission. Let's move ahead. Errors of commission. If an amount is posted in the wrong account, or it is written on the wrong side, or the totals are wrong, or a wrong balance is struck, it is the case of error of commission. I believe you must have understood. Wrong amount, wrong account, and wrong side. Compensating error, the most easiest. If the effect of error committed cancel out, the errors will be called compensating error. We made an error in recording purchase and we made an error recording the sales. The amount set off each other, and that is why there is no error. There is no arithmetical error, you should say. The trial balance will agree in this case. Suppose the amount of 10 rupee received from A is not credited to his account, and the total of sales book, that is 10 rupee in excess. The omission of credit of A's account will be made up by increased credit to the sales account. And so these two errors set off each other. This is known as compensating errors. Let's continue. From another point of view, error may be divided into two categories. The first category is those that affect the trial balance, and the another category is those do not affect the trial balance. So first we will see those that affect the trial balance. Because of these errors, trial balance does not agree. These are the following: wrong casting of subsidiary book, wrong balancing of an account, posting an amount on the wrong side, debit credit, posting the wrong amount, 19,000 as 18,000, omitting to post an amount from a subsidiary book. We totally omitted to post this amount from the subsidiary book. Omitting to post the totals of subsidiary book. Omitting to write the cash book balances in the trial balance. Omitting to write the balances of an account in the trial balance. Writing the balance in wrong column of the trial balance. This is also there. So the column is wrong and totaling the trial balance wrongly. Let us continue. Errors that do not affect trial balance are as follows. Compensating errors do not affect the trial balance. So omitting an entry altogether, error of omission, error of complete omission. making an entry with the wrong amount in the subsidiary book. Supposingly, you had recorded 100 as 1000, but you have recorded 1000 on both the side, debit and credit. So trial balance will tally automatically. It will not affect the trial balance. Posting an amount in the wrong account, but on correct side, account is wrong. Instead of machinery account, you posted to expense account. But the side is absolutely correct. Trial balance will automatically agree. Example, an amount to be debited to A is debited to B. So name is wrong over here, but because the side is correct, debit side, trial balance will tally. I hope you are clear. Let's see this chart. Errors. We have error of principle, treating a revenue expenditure as capital expenditure, or treating a capital expenditure as revenue expenditure, or sale of fixed assets as ordinary sale. Fixed assets is not an ordinary sales, it is not done in the ordinary course of business. Trial balance will agree. In this case, trial balance will agree. This is the crux. Clerical error, we have error of omission, we have error of commission, we have compensating error. In compensating error, my dear students, trial balance will agree. This is the crux. Let's see the error of omission now. We have error of complete omission and error of partial omission. Omitting an entry completely, complete omission. Trial balance will agree. So over here also, as you can see, trial balance will agree. Omitting to post ledger account from the subsidiary books, trial balance will not agree. We have posted it into the ledger account, but in the subsidiary books we forgot to. We have posted it in the subsidiary books, but not taken to ledger account. So it will not agree. Let's go to the error of commission now. Writing the wrong amount in the subsidiary books, trial balance will again agree. Because the amount is wrong, but amount is wrong on both the sides. Wrong casting of subsidiary books, posting the wrong amount in the ledger, posting an amount on wrong side, and wrong balancing of account. These four errors, in these cases, trial balance will not agree. Revise it well, quickly. This is very crucial. So these are the cases where trial balance will agree, these four cases. Error of principle, compensating error, complete omission, and wrong amount in the subsidiary books. In these four cases, trial balance will agree, and rest of the cases, trial balance will not agree. Okay? Let us see the steps to locate errors, how the errors could be located. Even if there is only a very small difference in the trial balance, the error leading it must be located and rectified. A small difference may be a result of a number of errors. The following steps will be useful in locating errors. Let us see the steps now. The first step is the two column of the trial balance should be totaled again. If in place of a number of accounts, only one amount has been written in the trial balance, the list of such accounts should be checked and totaled again. List of trade receivables is the example from which trade receivable balance is derived. So we should check these things again. Next, it should be seen that the cash as well as the bank balances have been written in the trial balance. The cash and bank balances should be there in the trial balance. Third, the exact difference in the trial balance should be established and the ledger should gone through. It is possible that a balance equal to or the difference has been omitted from the trial balance. So we should check these things again and again. Kindly balance the ledger of accounts once more. Casting of subsidiary books should be checked again, especially the difference of 100, etc. These things should be checked again and again. If there is a difference, this difference is very big, very high, the balance in various accounts should be compared with the corresponding accounts in the previous period. If the figure differ materially, the cases should be seen. It is possible that the error has been committed. Suppose the sales account for the current year shows a balance of 32,53,000, whereas it was 36,45,000 last year. It is possible that there is an error in the sales account. So kindly check the sales account once again. Posting of the amounts equal to difference or half of the difference should be checked. It is possible that amount has been omitted to be posted or has been posted on the wrong side, and that is why these errors could arise. If there is still a difference in the trial balance, a complete checking will be necessary. The posting of all the entries including the opening entry should be checked. It may be better to begin with nominal accounts where the chances of errors is high. Let's see rectification of errors. An error can be detected at any of the following stages. There are in total 3 stages. Before preparation of trial balance, the error could occur. After preparation of trial balance, the error could occur, but before the finalization of final accounts. And it may happen that after final accounts is finalized, in the next accounting period, the error can be detected. The error can be found. Let's see. Students, it happens. Let's start with before preparing trial balance. It happens. It happens many a times that the error is there in the books of accounts, but error is a one-sided error. The error is one side of the account. So in that case, it is easy to correct it by passing rectification entry. Either one side of the account or one amount is wrong. Anything could happen. Let's continue. So there are some errors which affect one side of an account, which affect more than one account in such a way that it is not possible to pass a complete rectification entry. In other words, there are some errors which can be corrected if detected in this stage by making rectification statement in the appropriate side of the concerned account. Let us read few of the illustrations to understand this well. The sales book for November is undercast by 200. So sales is less by 200. The effect of this error is that the sales account has been credited short by 200. Absolutely correct. Since the account is posted by the total of sales book, there is no error in the account of the customer since they are posted with amounts of individual sales. Hence, only the sales account is to be corrected. This will be done by making an entry for 200 on the credit side by undercasting of sales book for November, that is 200. I believe you must have understood this. It has carry forward on an individual basis, but total is short by 200 rupees. So by undercasting of sales book, we had passed an entry of rupees 200. Let us continue and see point number 2. Illustration number 2. While posting the discount column on the debit side of the cash book, the discount of 10 rupee, that is discount allowed to Ramesh, has not been posted. Okay. There is no error in the cash book. The total of discount column presumably has been posted to the discount account on the debit side. The error is in not crediting by rupees 10, crediting Ramesh by rupees 10. This should now be done by entry by omission of posting of discount, that is 10, because the omission is only on the discount side, not on the Ramesh side. Let's see the third one. Rupee 200 received from Ram has been entered by mistake on the debit side of his account. Since the cash book seems to have been correctly written, okay, the error is only in the account of Ram. He should have been credited and not debited by 200. Not only on the wrong debit to be removed, but also credit of 200 is given. So 200 plus 200 is 400. The entry will be by posting on the wrong side, that is 400. Just see next. Rupee 50 was received from Mahesh and entered on the debit side of the cash book. Okay. But was not posted to his account, that is Mahesh account. This is an error which affect only Mahesh account. Rupee 50 has been omitted from the credit side of his account, and that is why we need to write by omission of posting on rupees 50 credit side of his account, that is Mahesh's. Debit is correct, credit is faulty, so we will rectify the credit side. Let's continue. 51 paid to Mohan has been posted as 15. Error of commission because it is wrong amount to the debit of his account. Mohan has been debited by short of 36. The rectifying entry is to mistake in posting 36. Okay. Let's see the next example. Goods sold to Ram for 1000 rupees were wrongly posted from sales day book to the debit of purchase account. So it's a sales transactions recorded as purchase transaction. Ram has, however, been correctly debited. Okay. Here the error affects two accounts, purchase account and sales account, but we cannot pass a journal entry for its rectification because both the accounts need to be credited. The rectification will be by wrong posting of 1000 in the credit side of purchase account and also by omission of posting of 1000 in the credit of sales account. Is it clear? Let's continue. Bills receivable from Mr. A of 500 was posted to credit of bills payable account. The entry is bills payable to Mr. A, but we have credited it of bills payable account and also credited to A's account. What entry we have passed? To A, to bills payable, and on debit side we have done nothing. Here also, although two accounts are involved, we cannot pass a complete journal entry for rectification. It is not possible at all. The rectification will be, entry will be like this: to wrong posting on 500 in the debit of bills payable account. That means what? We have wrongly credited it, so we need to debit the bills payable account, and also to omission of 500 in the debit of bills receivable account. We have omitted bills receivable account, so we will record bills receivable account over here. Bills payable is wrongly recorded on the credit side, so we have rectified it, cancelled it. 2A is should be there, 2A is there, so no error is there. So this is the way this entry could be rectified. Students, I believe it is clear. Let's see the eighth one. Goods purchased from Vinod for 1000 was wrongly credited to Vimal by 100. So amount is also wrong and account is also wrong. Again, we cannot pass a complete journal entry for rectification even though two accounts are involved. The rectification will be done in the following manner: to wrong posting 100 in the debit of Vimal by omitting of posting 1000 in the credit of Vinod. I'll do it for you. Goods purchased from Vinod, purchase account would debit it and Vinod will credit it. 1000, 1000. Correct entry? This is correct entry. Now we will pass the wrong entry. Wrongly credited to Vimal account. Okay. To Vimal. How much? 1000. But there is no error in the purchase account. There is no error in the purchase account. So purchase account is fine. What we will done in that case? We need to pass rectification entry. What rectification entry we will pass? Purchase is correct on the correct entry. On the wrong entry, the purchase is correct. So we will not touch the purchase over here. We have by mistake, what we have done, by mistake we have credited Vinod. So it's our responsibility to debit Vinod. We will debit Vinod. Instead of crediting Vinod by 1000, we have credited Vimal. So what we will done? We will debit Vimal 100, debit Vimal by 100, and we need to credit Vinod 1000. I hope it is clear. And 900 is shortfall over there. It will go to suspense account. It will go to where? Suspense account. Students, I hope you know that in case you don't know, or in case the books of accounts is not tallied, in that case we have an option of suspense account. For time being, we can put this adjustment entry or rectification entry using suspense account. In this case, we need to credit Vinod. We have credited Vinod. We don't need to credit Vimal, and that is why we have debited him. Because 900 we don't know what to do. In that case, what we will do? We will put it in suspense account. Suspense account is a temporary account and it is to be closed before closure of books of accounts. Suspense account is a temporary account and it is to be closed before finalization of books of account. Finalization of books of accounts. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay. So, dear students, we'll keep this lecture till here only. Thank you.